Good evening, and welcome to the October 23rd edition of ETV News. I'm Max Kaplan.
And I'm Natalie Lopez Romero. Thank you for joining us for another edition of ETV News, Eastern's very own student-run newscast.
This past weekend, the campus was buzzing with prospective students. The start of open house season for universities has begun. Eastern hosted its first of two open houses on October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This allowed high school juniors and seniors to tour Eastern's beautiful campus and learn more about college life. There were plenty of activities for the prospective students to do during the day, ranging from a financial aid presentation to an academic major fair or taking campus tours. The club student ambassadors helps with these campus tours. If you're interested in helping out when the next open house or accepted students days in the spring semester, you can contact Alexandra Mitchell in the admissions office. The next open house will be on November 9th.
CAB hosted Soundtrack Saturday with performer Emma Jude. She's a performer, folk singer, songwriter from upstate New York and has tours all over the country. This is Emma's third year returning to Eastern. Seth Becker has recently joined Emma and created their band Foxrow. Their first single, Catch Me If You Can, came out this past September. They will also be releasing a single every month for the next 10 months. Once again, Emma and Seth's band is Foxrow. Catch them on all streaming platforms.
This week, on Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m., the Unity Wing hosted a virtual author talk with Nobel Prize laureate Malala Yousafzai. In the live stream, she discussed her new book, Finding My Way, which she released this Tuesday, October 21st. She talked about what it was like for her growing into a young woman, going to college, making friends, falling in love, being adventurous, and learning to be herself. Be sure to keep up with the Unity Wing's events and get yourself a copy of Malala's new book. It is an amazing read.
Who doesn't love a compliment? Editorial host Jocelyn Crowley and producer Emily Madden toot around campus in an attempt to brighten some days.
Hey y'all, today we are in the stew and we are going to be giving people some crazy compliments. Waiting for our subjects. Alright, you look like you carry in the group projects.
I do, actually.
Yeah. This paper is turning sweaty. Alright, you guys look like you read the syllabus.
We do, yeah.
Do you?
I mean, yeah, just to know the basics of what we're getting ourselves into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're smart like that. I don't read the syllabus.
It's okay.
Girl, are you ready?
Yeah.
You look like you recycle.
Thank you, I do.
Perfect! Yay! You look like you respond to emails in a timely manner.
That's not true.
Stand right here, sir. You look like you go to office hours.
Oh. I say sometimes I go office hours.
That's all that matters, folks. You look like you could get the professor to cancel the final exam.
Thank you.
Of course. You look like... Careful now. You got a... Yep. You look like you got a really good fashion sense. And with all the rejections I got, we still gave compliments to the students of Eastern Connecticut State University. I'm Jocelyn for ETV. Peace out.
On October 22nd, CAB hosted an event where they played the movie Smile 2. Many students went and got to watch the horror movie and were given some sweet treats. For those of you who wanted to go and weren't able, CAB will be hosting it again on Sunday, October 26th at 2 p.m. in the Student Center Theater. It's spooky season, which makes it the perfect time to go and watch Smile 2. So go with your friends and enjoy the horror before October's over.
On Tuesday, October 21st, at the Student Center's Biddy Tipton Room, the Pride Center and CAB hosted a drag showcase and trivia night with the theme being Wicked. Students were celebrating queer culture as they had a wicked time at the drag show, putting their brains to the test with the trivia about the Wicked movie, along with refreshments and prizes to enjoy. And of course, amazing performances from the beautiful drag queens who dressed as characters from the movie, like Elphaba and Glinda. Don't miss out on these events and keep looking out for these event flyers on campus. Whether it's flip-flops or winter coats, Kevin Gonzalez knows what you'll need before you head out the door. Your weekly forecast is coming up. Don't miss it.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back. Kevin's here in the studio ready to break down what Mother Nature has in store for the week ahead. Kevin, how's the forecast shaping up?
Kevin the weather guy. Kevin the weather guy. Kevin the weather guy. Weather rules. Kevin the weather guy. What's the weather gonna be like? Kev. T-7 Kevin the weather guy.
Hey Eastern, let's get right into it. Taking a look at how things were here in Willimantic earlier today, it was a generally sunny day with a few afternoon clouds and a slight breeze. We saw a high of 59 as well. Looking at the radar for this evening, those clouds are starting to clear out, but it's going to get cool as the temperature drops to a low of 41. Looking ahead to our extended forecast, tomorrow, Friday, it's looking at like a sunny skies with a few clouds scattered throughout the day. Expect a high of 58, and later in the evening, the skies will start to clear up as the temperature drops to a chilly 36. On Saturday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies again, where it'll be a high of 56, and in the evening, we'll get down to a low of 35. On Sunday, we'll see another mostly sunny day with a mix of clouds. Expect a high of 54 and a low of 35. Looking ahead into next week, on Monday, it'll be a generally sunny again with some clouds starting to roll in the afternoon. Expect a high of 53 as temperatures drop to a low of 35 in the evening. On Tuesday, it'll be a cloudy day with a high of 55. In the evening, the skies won't be clearing up as we expect some rains later on, while the temperature drops to a low of 39. And on to our ETV Sports Weather's forecast. On Friday, women's golf is competing in the Little East Conference Championship in Warwick, Rhode Island. They can expect partly sunny day with a few clouds and a high of 60. On Saturday, field hockey travels to Plymouth, New Hampshire to take on Plymouth State University. It's going to be a sunny day up there as they can expect a high of 53 degrees. Also on Saturday, men's soccer is playing at home in Mansfield, Connecticut against the University of Southern Maine. They can expect partly cloudy skies and a high of 56. Good luck to all the teams competing this weekend. That wraps it up for this week's edition of ETV News Weather's Forecast. As always, I'm Kevin Gonzalez, sending it back to you guys.
Thanks, Kevin. Don't go anywhere. Valentina Sanchez will be joining us in studio for this week's editorial segment after a few short messages.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping. Got a few minutes? You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it up. Love your mind.
Who are you? Your lungs. Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
But with a routine screening, you can detect it early.
Learn more at savebythescan.org.
Thanks for sticking with us. Valentina Sanchez is in studio to talk about Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Thursday. As October rolls in, we start to notice pumpkin spice everywhere, from our lattes to our candles and neighborhoods slowly turning orange with decoration and fall leaves. But October isn't just about cozy sweaters and Halloween plans. It's also a month that carries a deeper meaning, one marked by a powerful color, purple. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a time dedicated to shedding light on an issue that too often remains hidden behind closed doors. While it can be difficult to talk about, it's important to remember that awareness begins with conversation. Domestic violence affects millions of people each year, people of all ages, genders, cultures, and backgrounds. It isn't always physical. It can also be emotional, verbal, or even financial. Sometimes the signs aren't even easy to see. Controlling behavior, isolation, or constant criticism can all be forms of it. By speaking up and supporting those who are affected, we help break the silence and the cycle of abuse. Raising awareness isn't just about recognizing the problems, it's about taking action. That could mean checking in on a friend, volunteering at a local shelter, or simply sharing resources that could save someone's life. Organizations like the National Domestic Violence Hotline are available 24/7 at 1-800-799-SAFE. They provide support, information, and a listening ear for anyone who may be in danger or simply needs someone to talk to. And remember, domestic violence is not just a woman's issue. It can happen to anyone, regardless of age, gender, or background. By standing together, we can create a community that promotes safety, respect, and healing. So as you see purple ribbons this month, I think of the survivors who find the strength to leave, the ones still fighting, and the ones who are still waiting to be heard. Every step of the way, together, we can turn awareness into action and hope into change. Once again, I'm Valentina Sanchez, and I'm sending you back to our great anchors.
Thank you, Valentina. We now turn to the headlines making news nationwide. More when we return.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Americans are at risk of losing critical food assistance next month and amid the government shutdown. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins announced last week the food stamp program will run out of money in 2 weeks. It's not clear whether the Trump administration will step in to find the funds to continue paying benefits, as it had with other priorities. About 1 in 8 Americans receive help buying food through SNAP, which is the formal name for food stamps. More than a dozen states have also been forced to stop accepting new food stamp applications as a result of the looming lack of funding.
Panera Bread is testing out some new premium specialty beverage options in select cities and locations. The drinks are called Frescas and Energy Refreshers. They come with an infusion of real fruit with 2 flavor options. The Frescas are caffeine-free, while the Energy Refreshers contain caffeine. The 12-week test run is currently underway in 65 locations in Nashville, Baltimore, and Mobile, Pensacola through January 6th.
Instagram is rolling out new safety features for teenagers who use AI chatbots on the platform. The move comes amid growing concern over the impact those chatbots have on teenagers' mental health. The new features would allow parents to block their teens from having conversations with certain AI characters and send parents chat summaries. Instagram would also restrict chatbot conversations on issues such as self-harm, eating disorders, and sexual topics. AI chatbots have drawn scrutiny because of how some teenagers communicate with them as if they were human. They have even been blamed for driving some children to suicide. Instagram parent Meta's chatbots have drawn criticism for engaging in sexual conversations with some underage user accounts. Meta, in a blog post, said its new safety features will allow teens to use AI in a way that provides benefits, with guardrails and oversight in place. Other companies have faced challenges with AI personas and its potential harmful effect on young users.
Treatments could soon cost less under a new federal initiative. Last Thursday, the White House announced 3 common in vitro fertilization drugs could be sold at discounts of more than 70% through a government-backed website, launching next year. The plan also includes incentives for drug makers to expand production in the United States. During the announcement of the initiative, President Trump encouraged employers to offer more fertility benefits. The proposal stops short of Trump's campaign promise for universal free coverage.
Oklahoma's mandate to have Bibles in every public school classroom is being rescinded. The state's new superintendent, Lyndall Fields, says he had no plans to enforce the rule or distribute Bibles. The mandate, which would have required educators to teach from the Bible, was put in place by Fields' predecessor, Ryan Walters. It was already under a legal challenge, and Oklahoma's Supreme Court gave the new superintendent 2 weeks to decide if the mandate would remain. Walters made the Bible measure a centerpiece issue under his watch, but his aggressive approach overseeing education sparked friction with some state leaders, including its Republican governor. Walters resigned last month. Governor Kevin Stitt appointed Fields to the superintendent position on October 2nd.
Up ahead, Christian Anderson is in the studio to give us an update on Eastern Athletics. Don't go anywhere.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Thanks for sticking with us. Let's check in with Christian to see what's happening around Eastern Athletics this week.
Thanks, guys. Eastern Athletics had a busy week, so let's dive in. Let's see how your Warriors did this week. Men's soccer had a tough week, 3-0 loss to UMass Boston, but they're still holding strong in the LEC standings. Yesterday, they took on conference leaders Western Connecticut. Cross country had a strong showing at the Connecticut College Invitational. Zachary D'Andrea led the men with a 26 26-33 run, followed closely by Jake Thompson and Kyle Kornacki, both setting personal best. On the women's side, Isabella Centrone paced Eastern at 24-20, with Daria Fournier clocking a new personal record. Both teams now turn their focus to the LEC Championships November 1st in Keene, New Hampshire. Women's soccer stayed hot and unbeaten in conference play. They took down UMass Boston 2-0 behind goals from Jordan Fabry and Michaela Gaspari, her 10th of the year. Women's volleyball dropped a hard-fought match to Plymouth State 3-1 after taking the second set behind clutch plays from Brooke Pozakovich. The Warriors couldn't hold off a late push from the Panthers. Eastern then bounced back yesterday against RIC College. Field hockey continues to roll. The Warriors beat defending champion Keene State 4-2 and then edged Western Connecticut 3-2. Emma Sanson netted her 10th goal of the season. As Eastern moves on 9-7 overall. Lastly, men's golf closed out their fall season with their best NEIGA finish ever. 6th place senior Jake Napolitan and junior Ethan McDaniel tied for 8th, leading the Warriors to a strong finish ahead next week's LEC Championships in Warwick, Rhode Island. From sidelines to highlights, we got you covered here at ETV Sports. I'm Christian Anderson, and back to our wonderful anchors.
Thanks for the update, Christian. That's a wrap on tonight's edition of ETV News. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From director Jason Saloy, producer Emily Madden, and the entire ETV News staff, thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Natalie Lopez-Romero.
And I'm Max Kaplan, wishing you a great evening. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time, Eastern.